Good evening, church, and welcome to Worship Wednesday, or good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Tonight I want to talk about something that I think we have a difficult time sometimes talking about in the church, and that is that God's okay with us wrestling with the difficult stuff. He's okay when we don't understand. He's okay when we're mad at him. He's okay when we are hurt and we're angry. I'm going to go into one of the Psalms, Psalms 13. This is David. He has written a song to the Lord. It's from a time in his life where, as a king, he felt the pressures of war and felt the pressures of all of the decisions and all of the things that meant to be as king. And this is what he wrote to the Lord. He said, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and every day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, O Lord, my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. My enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall." I'm going to read the end in a sec, but I want to stop there, and I want you to really look at what David is saying. He's saying, God, it feels like you've forgotten me. How long will I not see you triumph? How long will I have to live in this sorrow? How long will I feel like everyone's just going to overtake me and my life is just going to end? He even says, give light to my eyes, or I'm just going to sleep in death. He's depressed. He is overwhelmed with life. He is wrestling with getting up and facing tomorrow. See, God's okay with us being honest with where we're at. He's okay with us bringing that to him and saying, God, this is how I feel right now. We actually see that even in the book of Job, where Job is said to never turn away from the Lord, but there are many times where he says, God, I think you've turned away from me. I don't understand why you've done all this. I don't understand why my life looks the way it looks. See, God is okay when we're not okay. He's big enough to be able to handle it when we are overwhelmed, when we feel like life is just too much. But there's something else in this chapter, something else that I often go back to. There was a few years of my life where I had been so damaged and so hurt. I had been so broken. And I felt like it would just never get better. I felt like this is how I will feel forever. And if I'm going to feel like this forever, I don't really think I want to continue. And I would often go back to this chapter of Scripture because I would realize that, God, you're okay with me feeling like this. You're okay that this is where I'm at. But then I would be reminded at the end of these last couple verses, which was where I need to shift to. It says this in verse 5, "But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me." See, David got all of it out. He said, God, this is how I feel. This is where my emotions are landing right now, but now I'm going to make a choice. And the choice I'm going to make in the midst of my pain, in the midst of how I'm feeling, I'm going to choose to say, but I still choose to trust in your unfailing love. I still choose to trust. I still choose to believe and rejoice that you will save me. I still choose to sing to the Lord, for I believe that you are good. See, there is something that needs to happen in our hearts where we choose to make a choice to go against what we might feel. See, we can feel it, and God's okay with us being with him when we feel it. But at some point we have to say, but even though I feel like this, and I don't know how long I'm going to continue to feel like this, I'm going to choose to still trust in you. I'm going to choose to still believe in you. I'm going to choose to still have gratitude. I'm still going to come before you and say, I'm going to thank you for all the good that there is there. Whether or not I feel like it right now, whether or not I can see it right now, I know that you are still a good God. No matter what I may have done, no matter what life may have thrown at me, your goodness has not changed. Your unfailing love has not changed. And I will choose to sing to the Lord because of that. So tonight, wherever you're at, many of you may never have heard this song. It's a beautiful song. I encourage you to make that choice, to come before the Lord and say, no matter what I might be feeling, I choose to sing. I choose to have gratitude for who you are and what you've done in my life. I've said it before, and I will say it many times again. Breakthrough sometimes comes in those choices to stand up and sing even when we don't feel like it. To stand up and proclaim who God is, something happens. There are chains that are broken in the spiritual realm when with our mouth we profess God's goodness. God, I pray over your church tonight. I pray that as we sing this, that there will be chains that are broken. God, that cloud of depression that is over people will be broken. That the anxiety that might be gripping people would be broken. That the hopeless situations would have hope restored. That the lonely would feel your company present. God, I pray that your strength would come in. That it would come in and give us the ability to sing your praises. In your name, let us sing this together.
Fall short. I've got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? I could sing these songs as I often do, but every song must end, and you never do. So I throw my hands, praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. I know it's not much, got nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah, hallelujah. I've got one response, I've got just one move, with my arms stretched wide, I will worship you. So I throw my hands, praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, got nothing left you get shy on me, you lift up your song. 'Cause you've got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. Come on, my soul, well, don't you get shy on me, you lift up your song. 'Cause you've got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. Come on, my soul, but don't you get shy on me, lift up your song. 'Cause you've got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, but nothing that's fit for my King, except for a heart singing hallelujah, hallelujah. I have simple melody, so I have, I'll sing it still. I'll sing it still. I'll sing for you still. 'Cause you are good and you are good. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, but I'm nothing that's fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah.